First Ontario's Dave Schurman is back on this Finance Friday, and we are talking fraud today because this is Fraud Prevention Month in Canada. So happy Fraud Prevention Month, Dave.
Thank you, Annette. Same to you.
Thank you. And fraud is on the increase because of the pandemic. People are desperate.
Yeah, I mean, Fraud Prevention Month, this is the 17th year in March that the Competition Bureau of Canada has started this initiative. They're assisted by the RCMP and the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. Again, it's a very important initiative to raise awareness of all the types of fraud out there that Canadians should be aware of, and obviously to help protect themselves. And there's, about $100 million in losses to Canadian individuals last year because of fraud. Over 60 million of that was online, and a lot of it is preventable if we're a little smarter in how we do things.
How much fraud are we talking about here?
I do have a slide. I don't know if the crew has the slide I can throw up there. Maybe not. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
So just to give you an example, this is just the first 2 months of the box over on the left, the first 2 months of 2021. Over 11,000 cases reported of fraud in Canada. 7,500 or 7,600 victims have lost $35 million. So it's huge. And if you look over to the right, this is just an example of how fraudsters take advantage of the theme of the day. And here, unfortunately, is a pandemic. So since COVID started, just COVID-related fraud alone, over 13,000 cases reported, almost 12,000 victims have lost over $7 million in COVID-related fraud. So it's crazy. Fraudsters will take advantage of any opportunity they have to remove you and your money.
Now, what kind of examples of COVID fraud are we talking about here? What are they doing?
Well, it started just after the pandemic was named. People selling masks online. You either didn't get the masks or they were very cheap and spent a lot of money on it. Hand sanitizer, disinfectant, fake tests, fake COVID tests were prevalent a few months ago. Vaccines today, people are saying, you don't want your vaccine, book it now. Give me your credit card and your social insurance number, and we'll book it for you. And of course, that's all online and it's fake. Lots of CERB-related fraud, getting emails and texts asking you to apply for CERB and put your personal information in there. And of course, it wasn't the government. And now, because all these CERB overpayments are in the news, fraudsters are taking advantage by contacting people by email and text saying, you received $1,000 too much for CERB. Give me your Visa or MasterCard. Otherwise, you're going to be arrested. So, I mean, again, fraudsters just take advantage of this, and people are falling victim to it.
And if you do fall victim to it, is there a way of getting your money back?
It depends. A lot of cases it's pretty tough because, again, if you've done something yourself to put your personal information in there, you're basically opening your wallet to a fraudster. So again, if it's credit card fraud, it's a little different. Credit card companies generally will look after that. Bank fraud, same thing. But lots of other fraud, it's not that easy. You're giving your personal information up, and people are stealing from you, and sometimes you don't even know that it's gone.
So I guess that's one of the big tips of what not to do is don't give your personal information out. But how do you know that it's the right, how do you know, because they're so convincing?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at fake websites, you click on links. Again, a big tip out there, don't click on links unless you know exactly where they come from. But you get these fraudsters that create fake websites, and they look real. They look like the bank or credit union you're dealing with, or the department store that you think you're buying online from. But if you're on a secure site, if you're on a site and you're going to put personal information or credit card information in, it has to be secured. And the way to make sure that it is a secured site, look on the URL or the address of the website, and it should have HTTP on any website, but the S is for secured site. So if you don't see that S, it's not a secured site. And you'll also see a picture of a little padlock on there. Again, don't input your personal information or any kind of credit card information unless you see that S on the URL and the padlock.
Okay, some good advice there. Dave, we run out of time. Disappointed your cat didn't make an appearance this time. Anyways.
I've had a little talk to her and said, this is not your time. So she had her time on air last week.
All right, we're going to be back with viewer questions from you next time. And if you have a financial question or topic that you want covered by Dave, email your questions to financefriday@firstontario.com or get in touch through Twitter @finance_Friday. And if your question or topic is covered on air, you can win a gift card from a local business in your community.